What's up, conscious creators? Alex here. You know, when I didn't really know hardly anybody in the world of business or entrepreneurship, I used to read books like Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz or The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, or read into stuff around the law of attraction and think, do any entrepreneurs or real business people actually do any of this stuff? Surely they're rational square types who just look at this stuff and think it's a bunch of nonsense or new age woo-woo. And yet, in more recent times, through expanding my own network and progressing my own projects and progressing with my coaching, I've got to know quite a few successful entrepreneurs, people doing 5-figure months, 6-figure years, 7-figure years, and it turns out they do, in fact, do a lot of this stuff that a lot of outsiders might think is a bit weird. Now, are any of these things actually truly that weird? Well, you decide as we run through them, but they certainly might seem weird to a lot of people on the outside. A lot of people in their 9-to-5s who never have a thought of starting their own entrepreneurship endeavor or business or project or whatever it is, and don't have an understanding of the mindset work, of the types of attitudes and beliefs and behaviors that actually go into creating a successful entrepreneurial endeavor. Now, does every single entrepreneur do every single one of these things? Obviously not. They may well mix and match or have their own versions and special ways of doing some of the things we're going to talk about, but these are the common themes and trends for me and many of the people that I talk to, and many of these things become non-negotiable. Things that if they aren't practiced on a regular basis, have that person fall off the horse and not able to successfully create their lifestyle, project or business that they're working on. And so they need to keep these habits in regular consistency. So it supports their endeavors and they can continue to move forward and scale. And so in this video, I'm going to be sharing 5 weird things that many successful entrepreneurs do. And just a very quick announcement before we get straight into it. A few more slots have opened up over at speaktoalex.com for the free one-to-one with me to see if you'd be a good fit for the Consciousness Revolution program. So head over there and book a time for us to speak, or wait till the end of the video for more details. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. The first weird thing that many successful entrepreneurs do is fear journaling. Fear journaling. When it comes to an entrepreneurial endeavor, you need to get as many fear-based thoughts out of your mind so you can move forward in a balanced and stable manner. Think of this as a fear colonic. And this is best done in the morning before anything else. Now, this only has to take a maximum of 5 or 10 minutes. The easiest way to do it is just to record voice notes on your phone. I mean, you can write down your fears on a piece of paper and do it physically like that. Some people do like to do it that way, but I find it easiest just to press the voice notes on my phone and just start talking out all of your fears. Start bringing consciousness to them, because it's not the fact that you actually are expressing these fears and bringing consciousness to these fears that's the problem. A lot of people get scared of thinking anything negatively or expressing anything negatively, especially those who have done a bit of research into the law of attraction or positive thinking and think that we just need to constantly walk around in a world of roses and unicorns in our mind and just push down any negative thoughts or fears. But actually, that just suppresses them back into your subconscious mind, where they wreak havoc with your thoughts and your behaviors and your entire reality. So it's not actually expressing and bringing consciousness to these fears that's the problem. It's when we identify with them. And so as you're doing this fear journaling, you're just not just expressing them, you're just allowing them to come out and stop lurking around in your subconscious mind so much. And you're not consciously identifying with them. You're recognizing that these things are in there, but you're expressing them to actually get them out of your system so you can move on in a stable and balanced manner. The second weird thing that many successful entrepreneurs do, in fact, do is practicing minimalism. I couldn't believe this stat when I read it. Apparently, according to the LA Times, which was referencing a researcher, the average US household has 300,000 things in it, from paper clips to ironing boards and whatever else. And I'm pretty sure I have about 300,000 things in that drawer over there, but at least they're in one drawer, hey? Not all over my flat and mostly all over the floor like they used to be when it was the worst time in my life, where I wasn't manifesting my hopes and dreams into reality at all. My mind was completely all over the place. I was anxious. I was trying to fix a relationship in tatters and caning the drugs and the alcohol. More clutter in your life means more clutter in your mind. So if you want to efficiently pursue an entrepreneurial endeavor that requires an efficient mind, you need to start getting a bit more minimal. If you're the type of person who's got loads of tack and crap everywhere, start scaling that back, start throwing some things out, or at least recycling it or giving it to a charity shop or someone that can actually use it. I mean, you don't have to go 100% empty house woke billionaire Alex Becker style, but maybe he has 300,000 things just behind the camera. You never know. So the third weird thing that successful entrepreneurs do is they often make a practice of paying gratitude. Gratitude is a magnet that pulls positive experiences towards you. Just think about people in your life that are highly ungrateful and how they eventually start to lose everything. Being actively grateful for the things you have in your life allows you to experience those things again and for those things to multiply and grow. And many of the visualizations or meditations that you see on YouTube often have a gratitude section to them where you actively practice gratitude in your mind to start building that habit and have it as a daily habit where you're bringing those positive emotions associated to the things that you're grateful for in your life into your consciousness. And it's an incredibly healthy thing to do. The fourth weird thing that all successful entrepreneurs do is take consistent risks. Here's two quotes from people that are arguably quite successful and have taken those risks and had their own ups and downs. If you're not willing to risk the unusual, you will have to settle for the ordinary. Jim Rohn. When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. Elon Musk. And think with SpaceX, how many of those rockets just blew up, and yet they took that risk again and again, investing millions, possibly billions of pounds into a project that could have flopped hard, but look at the payoff. Now they're flying to the International Space Station. Now reusable rockets are a reality. Now we're further towards putting man on Mars. So in order to be a successful entrepreneur, you need to be able to take consistent risks. And this is something that outsiders think is strange. They think, why take all these risks? It just seems stressful. Why not just be comfortable? Why not just be grateful for what you've got? Why not just take that consistent, stable paycheck and not put everything on the line all the time? It doesn't seem like it's worth it. And yet taking those consistent risks is often worth it, is where the payoff is. Now, obviously you don't want your risk taking to be so big that you cross the death line or whatever else, or get yourself seriously ill. You just need to take enough risks in order to see that payoff in the long term. And now there is a lot of fear of failure that comes with that. And this is why we should support these endeavors with the fear journaling. But risk is where the reward's at. The fifth weird thing that successful entrepreneurs do is take messy action. Take lots of messy action. Messy action is the antidote to perfectionism and stagnation. You might have heard this quote, done is better than perfect. Done is better than perfect. A lot of outsiders to the entrepreneurial lifestyle think that messy action's a bit weird or strange, or they don't really understand the concept because they think that they're going to get it right first time. They think they're going to come up with some kind of master plan, that everything in their head is going to slot together in this perfect way, and they're going to understand exactly what they're doing and then take that action, and it's all the pieces of the puzzle are just going to fit together perfectly and everything's going to work out first time. But that is not the reality of the situation. The reality of the situation is having to take that messy action again and again, and failing here and iterating there and learning from your mistakes there, and being flexible and dynamic and taking lots of messy action so that you can start to see what eventually works. So you can start to see paths that open up and learn from your mistakes and failures in the process, so that you can start manifesting these projects into reality with messy, massive action. And so that concludes this section of the video. But for those who want to take things deeper, for those who don't just want band-aids, who want outcomes and want support, perhaps with these ideas that you've had floating around in your mind about some kind of project or business or entrepreneurial endeavor or whatever it is for you, you know that you have a dream inside your heart, and perhaps low confidence or self-esteem or mindset issues or overthinking has been holding you back. So if you want to start transcending those things, if you want help with solutions to take things to the next level, then the Consciousness Revolution program is for you. And so head over to speaktoalex.com, and when you fill in the form there, when you fill in the scheduler to book a time for us to speak, put in a fair bit of detail about what you actually want to work on in this program. Don't just put one word in there. Actually think about your life and what you want it to overcome and what you want to move towards. And so we can talk about it on that call, and perhaps even book a longer call to see if you'd be a good fit for the program, and we'll take it from there. So that's speaktoalex.com, and of course, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. It helps with the algorithms and gets this message out to more people so we can help more people grow. Drop a comment below. Let me know some of your dreams, some of your business or project ideas, whatever's floating around in your mind or whatever you're working on now. Peace.